Morning, all of you. Mr. Tushar Girinath, Chair for the session. Mr. Gurudat Hegde, Municipal Commissioner of Mysore City Corporation. Dr. Moses, Consul for Trade and Economic Affairs, Consulate General of Israel to South India, and Mr. Bhaskar from HI Limited. It's a great privilege to have come to Bangalore and talk to the smart city managers of Karnataka. I have two sessions. One is this one, and the other is in the afternoon, where I'm a part of the panel, which is being headed by ex-Secretary Government of India. So I'll split my talk into two halves. But just to set the context, let me tell you what a water regulator in India does. Maharashtra, what a water regulator does. Because most of you may not have been exposed to the concept of a water regulator. You have heard about electricity regulator, you have heard about telephone regulator, you may also heard, this is Karnataka, so you must have heard about Tariff Authority for Major Ports, TAMP. You have heard about insurance regulators. But water regulator, I don't think many people have heard about. So just to tell you that in India, there are 3 states who have water regulators, Maharashtra being the first one. After Maharashtra, UP also came up with a water regulator, and Jammu and Kashmir has a water regulator. Himachal Pradesh has got only a groundwater regulator. It is not surface plus ground. Whereas Maharashtra, UP and J&K, they are surface and groundwater both. Let me start with the global scenario so that the context is set and you understand where we stand in India or in Karnataka or in Maharashtra. This is the global scenario of water. The worst affected areas in terms of water, they come under the extremely high stress, that is more than 80% of stress, and that is where most of the countries are falling. India comes in the second category, that is high stress, not extremely high, but high stress, that is 40 to 80%. Top 7 countries in the world, they use 48% of water. And these are India, 13%, China, 12%, United States, 9%, Russia, 4%, Indonesia, 4%, Nigeria, and Brazil. They add up to 48%. Remaining 52% is being used by the rest of the countries. So half the water resources, which are renewable resources, they are used by just 7 countries, India topping the list of 7. See the map of India in terms of water. Many have not focused on the issue that western side of India is having more red spots. Leave Rajasthan, because Rajasthan is not having so much of water. But come to Punjab, come to Haryana, come to western UP. There, although the water availability was much more, today it is under high stress. What is the reason? Reason is that agriculture is being practiced only with the aim of earning money. That is, you are shifting for cash crops, you are shifting from wheat to paddy in Punjab, and therefore make as much money as possible. But they have not realized that if you draw too much of water just to make fast buck, in the future you are going to have a big problem. So all western states, including parts of Rajasthan, parts of Gujarat, parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka. You see, Karnataka also is heavily exploited. That is, too much of water is being used for agricultural purpose without realizing that efficiency in agriculture sector is a must. Otherwise, it is not going to be sustainable. This is about the regulatory authority in Maharashtra. It was set up in 2005. 2006, the first regulator came, and it has chairman and 4 members. We decide everything. The regulator decide everything through public consultations. No regulatory order is passed without public consultation, and huge public consultation all over the state. So we fix many places where we go, listen to people, listen to farmers, industrialists, NGOs, activists, and then we decide our regulatory framework. This is a stakeholder consultation going on with the Government of India Secretary, Mr. UP Singh, chairing it. And this is with the MWRRA. It's a day-long conversation where even foreign experts were present. And this is the Center of Excellence of MWRRA. It is a Center of Excellence created by MWRRA, where all foreign experts from Australia, from Israel, from Quebec, and other places, they are represented in this Center of Excellence of Maharashtra. This is one story I will tell you what the regulator does. See, the green portion is what is the free catchment area of Godavari Basin in Maharashtra. Free catchment. The upper side, which is slightly bluish, it is the upstream side dams catchment, which is 7,500 square kilometers. 1,000 to 3,000 millimeter is the rainfall in that area, which is the Sahyadri mountain. And therefore, most of the water rain that is taking place on the western side of this Godavari basin. So there is a tendency on the part of farmers and also on the part of district administration to hold more water and not allow the water to go to downstream. So it creates a conflict. So entire green belt, which is on the eastern side, they are craving for water, but the upper side people are not releasing it. There the regulator comes in. And regulator says that maintain the same percentage in all the dams. So we passed an order in 2018 saying that 65% of the dam capacity you will hold and 65% will be held by the downstream people. This was not liked by the upper people, that is Nashik and other people. So they went to Supreme Court and they challenged it. Supreme Court upheld the order of the MWRA. So this is how we resolve the conflict. And this is in agriculture sector, but same thing goes on in industry as well as in the sector, domestic sector. These are domestic norms that we have set. All of you must be following perhaps the same norms or slightly different. So we have 55 LPCD norm for the rural water supply, that is Gram Panchayat, village Panchayat, and peri-urban areas 70, municipal councils, including the Nagar Panchayats, which you also have, they have 70, and that's how we go up to 150 for Mumbai. This is a hearing room of the regulatory authority where actually petitions are heard. Advocates come and plead, and then regulatory orders are passed. The norms that we have set, we have allowed 15% of losses. Because 15% is to come down to 15% is very tough. Most of the places in India, they have 35 to 40% losses. Nagpur has 55% loss. Pune has 35% loss. But to come down to 15% is a very tough task. So the regulator has allowed that in case your norm is 100, you can go up to 115 with the same rate. And in case you exceed that, second one, B, if you exceed 115 to 140, then you pay 1.5 times of the normal rate. And if you exceed 140, then you pay 2 times. This is the present tariff order, which is applicable up to this June, 2020 June. Now, the next control period, that is 20 to 23, which we are working on, we are going to increase this 2 to almost 10 times. So C becomes 10 times, B becomes 5 times. In other words, gradually, the regulator is trying to bring in discipline in water usage. Yeah, just two more slides, that's all. So interventions, I will not go into detail. And this is the All India Regulators Meet that we held in Pune. And we got the national award in 2018. And that was by the government of, that is Mr. Gadkari. And this is the way forward. And this is a detail of Maharashtra. So not very pertinent to Karnataka. And these are the conclusions that we have drawn. So thank you very much. In the afternoon session, I am open to all questions. In fact, I would not like to talk much. I would like to receive questions from you. And that time, we will be concentrating on PPP in the water sector. Suffice it to say that I am very happy that now somebody has thought of PPP and private investment in the water sector. Water sector so far has not been considered as a profitable sector. Be it the irrigation, be it the industrial supply sector or the urban sector, but water sector has not been attended. Now that you are attending to that issue, there are lots of things I would like to tell you in the afternoon. Thank you.